Hello, it's Cindy Novotny with your Monday Mentor Moment. And yes, we are rounding out June. Wow, everybody, halfway through the year. Think about it. June 21st was the longest day of the year. Did you do anything with it? You had a lot more time, a lot more sunlight. So I look at it this way. I believe that we've been so busy. We've been going 100 miles an hour. As I mentioned, I've been wearing a lot of hats. Oh yes, my hats have taken me from rain to sleet to bathing caps. I'm wearing a lot of hats. But what I do know is I don't procrastinate. And I think too many people procrastinate. You know, what happens is that they allow the fear of whatever they have to do steal time from them. Every time you don't do something now that you know you should do, you waste time trying to catch up. I can't tell you how many times I will get an email. I respond right away. All right, I've got this. I need to chat with you about it. Will tomorrow at 2 o'clock work? People are blown away that I answer so fast. Now, notice I didn't stop everything I was doing, jump on a call, and move forward with that project. I'm just real. Just be real. Don't get yourself so bogged down with, I got to do this, I got to do that, that you actually push things so far back that you can't really do a good job. You know, I think one of the biggest reasons people procrastinate in their personal and professional life is that they don't want to take on the tough stuff. Why don't you want to take on the tough stuff? Why don't you want to have that conversation with somebody? Why don't you want to work on that big project? Why don't you want to be able to get it done so you can go home and have fun or do whatever you do? You know, I always look at it, it's either pain or gain. So there are some things that cause me pain. I can assure you that I also don't want to have to deal with. But I know I will gain more for myself if I just push through. So many times we are procrastinating the big, ugly thing that we don't want to handle. And that causes us a lot of issues. I look at it like it's stealing time from me. You only have X amount of hours in a day. And the whole time you think, oh, I should do this, I should do this, I should do this, you are wasting precious time. I've talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again. And it's summertime. And there's a lot of frogs, and they're outside, and they're just making so much noise. I love it. I love to sleep, hearing all that. So here's how I learned not to procrastinate. And it's going to give you a little bit of a tummy ache, so just bear with me. I took a course one time on time management early in my career. And the professor actually lined up 5 frogs, from a massive toad, was under a glass, to a tiny little tadpole kind of frog, like little, just became a frog. You know what I mean? Tiny. He said, so here's the deal, everybody. Today, we're going to experiment and show you what it's like to swallow a frog. I thought to myself, is he out of his mind? I mean, like, this is a time management class. Why would I ever swallow a frog? Talk about procrastinating. He said, so I'd like to start. Now I'm going to ask you, which one will you start with? Most everybody said, I'll start with the little one because that's the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life. He immediately said, big mistake. Because when you finally swallow that big toad, the others go really easy. This is a time for you to swallow that big frog first. This is a time for you to go into the rest of summer, having a great time, getting the work done, getting in the sunshine, having a picnic, going on a boat. Don't complain that you're too busy. Just get it bloody done. Have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you next time.